You know, my partner came to me and said, "Is this right? Is this actually a 2023 Bordeaux that's already here in the store?" And I said, "Well, yes, it is." And he's like, "Why'd you buy it?" I said, "Because it was good." And I like buy wines that are good. But when you take in consideration how much this wine actually costs, it's actually great. You know, I like 2023. I know I'm talking a lot about 2022s because they're coming out, the scores are coming out. 2023 is just a classic Bordeaux vintage. It's not hedonistic. It's not, you know, it's just when I tasted the wines, I was like really surprised on how much I liked them. And when this one merchant, who I know I've talked about in previous offers, showed this wine to me, it was just a no-brainer. It was a complete no-brainer. So this wine comes from Entre-deux-Mers between two seas, and it is from the Petit family, or Petite family, however you want to call it. I had a really good friend when I was going to high school, and his last name was Petit. Well, we called it was Americans called it Petit, but and this family's been they've been around 120 years, and they've owned the same properties down from generation to generation to generation. So, I mean, this family is like ingrained in this property, and now it's run by Sebastian Petit, and so he now, you know. If you go that many generations, there's going to be a lot of changes, and it's inevitable. And just if you look at the evolution of wine from around the world, of how they farm, what they do, you know, it goes from, you know, back in the 50s where they were spraying, you know, pesticides and all that kind of stuff, and you know, the kill viruses and bugs and whatever. And now, you know, everybody's really into biodynamics, organic, HVE3 or HVE4, and that's what's happening here. This is a property that is situated at the highest point in Entre-deux-Mers. It's clay over limestone, so the soils are very similar to that of, you know, areas like Saint-Emilion or Castillon or not La-Palmarolle, but Fronsac. 80% Merlot, 20% Cabernet Franc. So what I love about this wine is its purity. It has such this like focus, and when you want to drink Bordeaux for what Bordeaux does, this wine does that. And as such, it was given 93 points by Decanter magazine. So you have 93 points Decanter. You have this just purity of fruit, currants, you know, black fruit, silky texture. I don't know how these guys do it for the price they get. I just don't understand. We're selling this wine for $10.98. It's less than $11. I mean, you go to a gas station and buy a liter of water, it'll cost you $6. It's just water. I mean, the farming, everything that goes into this bottle of wine to sell for $11, $10.98, is absolutely crazy, and throw a 93-point score on top of that. I don't get it. I don't know how they do it. I seriously don't know how they do it. You know, these guys, they have 50 acres of property, 50 acres that they're farming, okay? You know, they're hand sorting. They actually, it's aged, the seasonal wood as well, but it's aged in cement vats that are buried underground. Hello? Craziness. Absolute craziness. You know, you got to support like these guys. You really do. There's so many guys in Bordeaux that are not, you know, driving Ferraris. You know, they're driving old pickup trucks. They're struggling. And these are the type of wines that you got to stand behind, because what's in the bottle is so good for that kind of money. I mean, these guys are just so passionate about what they do. And the new generation in Bordeaux is very environmentally conscious, you know. It's great to see, because everyone kind of thinks Bordeaux is not what it really is. I mean, it's all about the farming in Bordeaux. And, and I love it when I see and find wines like this for this kind of price. It's a complete no-brainer. And we only have 25 cases of this, and there might be a little bit more behind it, but man, when I tasted this wine, seriously, it was a no-brainer, and it should be a no-brainer for you, because at $11, what are you going to get for $11 that tastes this good? Well, we got a few things out there, but seriously, for Bordeaux, you know what to do.